Well, hello everyone. My name is Marci Steiner, and I am zooming in live with you just north of Washington, D.C., in Bethesda, Maryland. And I'm honored to be here with you to explore a really awesome income opportunity in the health and wellness space. And I have to say, health and wellness equates to the largest economic trend in world history. And we're going to hear about a company and a product line that is perfectly positioned to dominate in this category. A company that's growing, really catching the attention of investors. And because of the timing, if this is an opportunity that resonates with you, we may be able to really lock arms and capitalize on this together. So I want to start by watching an ABC News primetime investigative report that I actually saw 8 years ago when I was exploring this business. I will say that it is very antiquated. Okay, this is a long time ago, but it's the beginning of our it's the beginning of our history. So that's where we're going to start. So as we're watching this news clip, which is only about 3 minutes long, with John Quinones, very famous uh, investigative reporter, I want you to ask yourself two questions. The first one is, who needs to know about this information? This might be the first time you're hearing about it. And secondly, if you were an investor, not that we're asking you for money, but would you be interested in investing in a company like this? This is huge. All right. So keep your ears and eyes open, and I'll bring you up to speed when we're done. It's about 3 minutes long.
Following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life.
It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. Taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease.
yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
When that news report aired on
Okay.
primetime in 2005, many major medical
So I'm going to stop share. There we go. So I don't know if you guys had ever heard of that term oxidative stress before, but I want to start by making sure we've got the same definition of what oxidative stress is and understanding about what protandem NRF2 activator does in the body. And then I'm going to bring you up to speed in terms of, as I mentioned, what's happened, because a lot has happened, and we'll explore what our business opportunity is relative to this news clip. So oxidative stress is damage to the cells of our body. It's normal cells that mutate, that change into abnormal cells, and it literally happens from breathing air. If you cut an apple in half or an avocado or banana and you put it on a plate and stick it out on the counter, you know what happens when you leave it out, how it turns all brown. That's happening inside of us. We are actually breaking down, and a lot of other things cause it. Chemicals added to the water to make it safe, preservatives and fungicides and pesticides in our food. We've got the cell phone up to our head, right? We've got electromagnetic frequencies bombarding us that we can't see. We're breathing in pollution. We are on fire with free radicals. We have 300 septillion free radicals attacking us every day. This oxidative stress is causing us to experience this damage, this free radical damage. That's a 3 with 24 zeros. I had to look it up. So what are most people doing about this oxidative stress? Because they know it's at the core of everything we never want to experience or anyone we love to experience. Lots of different breakdowns in the body. People have been turning to antioxidants. It's a huge industry, the supplement industry. People are eating their blueberries, their goji berries, their acai berries. They're taking their vitamin C and they're drinking their green smoothies at the gym. And you know what? It's still not enough, because what we know is that these antioxidants are direct, meaning one blueberry can only neutralize one of those free radicals and then it dies off. So how many blueberries would we have to eat? A lot, right? We'd be eating blueberries all day. So what Dr. McCord was able to do was very significant. He was able to, and this took decades, by the way, this was not an overnight thing. It took a long time, but he was able to take these 5 plants and stick them in a specific recipe, a ratio of these 5 plants. And when he got to the exact recipe of these plants, something ended up happening in the body that's never happened before. He activated a protein messenger called NRF2. Now, if you notice, I did not just say supplement. I said activate, almost like going to a light switch and flipping the switch on. When you flip the switch on, the lights come on. Well, when you flip the switch on NRF2, in turn, it upregulates hundreds and hundreds of survival genes in your body get turned on. It downregulates fibrosis genes. So it's like inflammation gets the dimmer switches turning down. And then the other amazing thing that happens when you activate NRF2 is that your own body's cells become manufacturing plants. Your body's cells start to manufacture their own antioxidants like catalase, SOD, and glutathione, and you get put in a position where you can fight off those free radicals, not at a 1-to-1 ratio like with a blueberry, but at 1,000,000 to 1. Dr. McCord says up to 1,000,000 to 1 per second every second. Did you see in that news clip we just watched how John Quinones, the reporter, how his oxidative stress came down 45% in 14 days? The very first independent human study that was done on protandem NRF2 that's published at NIH, independent study, puts us in a position as a company where we can make a legal claim that no one else in the world can make, which when you're in business and you can claim something no one else can, that's a really good position to be in. And that is that activating your body with protandem NRF2 reduces that oxidative stress an average of 40% in 30 days. So based on what I'm telling you in terms of what oxidative stress is and what protandem does in the body, who do you think could use a product like this? 8 years ago, when I was taking a look at this opportunity myself, I didn't quite get it right away. I started thinking of specific target markets like the elderly or athletes. And then I realized it doesn't matter if you cut an apple in half, if it's a pink lady or a red delicious or a Granny Smith, it's going to turn brown. If you're a mammal, you're breathing air, you're breaking down, and it's not a good thing. So really the answer is everyone. The target market is huge. All right, so I want to bring you up to speed on what's happened since that news clip now. When it aired, it was 2005. And at the original clip, at the end, it said, for more information, go to abcnews.com. Everybody did. They start emailing, calling. $5 million of orders came in. The stock went from $1 to $20 overnight, just on pure speculation about what was going to happen in people's bodies. But we had no infrastructure. Nobody was here to pick up the phone, take the orders. We ran out of product. The stock fell, almost got taken off the registry. But the good thing that happened was all these other independent researchers from huge institutions like Harvard, Virginia Commonwealth, Colorado, Michigan, Vanderbilt, Ohio, ended up calling up and saying, look, listen, if we can get our hands on your product, we want to start initiating and funding our own studies on Protandim. And so far, we know of over 50 independent research studies that have been initiated on Protandim. 26 are finished that we know that are published at the National Institute of Health's Library of Medicine. If you're a science geek or you're kind of like someone who likes to see that on your own, I have to say, I think it's kind of a cool thing that I can send you to where you can go find it, where all the doctors go to do their research. It's called pubmed.gov. PUB like public, med, MED like medical, .gov like government, pubmed.gov. And you can type in oxidative stress in the search bar that will pop up. And anything you want to research around oxidative stress, there's over 232,000 studies there linking oxidative stress to different malfunctions. And you can type in Protandim and see those peer reviews. There's studies that were done on coronary artery disease, scar tissue going away in the veins. Even the American Heart Association, that's never endorsed a supplement before, was so blown away by this research. They published a huge article in their magazine, Circulation Magazine, endorsing Protandim, went out to all the American Heart Association members. The government got involved. The National Institute on Aging published one of the more recent studies that said Protandim was the only natural substance they could prove extends life. It was 7% in the male mice. There were studies LSU did, Louisiana State, on all these mice that were exposed to carcinogens. And the mice that were nibbling on the Protandim versus the placebo, they didn't have the same incidence of skin cancer, like the tumors. And the ones that had the tumors, it wasn't spreading the same. So Lifevantage, our company, is like, wow, we want to fight free radicals from the outside. We want to, anti-aging is a massive market. And we've developed as a second market this Nerf2 technology in a skincare regimen called True Science. I'm going to go through that in a little bit. But the bottom line is we have great stories, we have great studies, but we were never set up to be an online marketing company. So the board of directors at Lifevantage said, let's take Protandim and put it in retail stores. And it sat in the stores. If you're wondering, like, why have I not heard of this? This is crazy. I know, I'm telling you the story why, because it was in the stores from 2005 till 2009, sitting on the antioxidant shelf. And it's not an antioxidant. This is an activator, nutrigenomics, nutrition that activates your gene expression. There was no shelf for that. Nobody knew what this Nerf2 activator was. So it only ended up selling an average of a half a bottle per store per month. For 4 years, Lifevantage couldn't get the sales above 3 million. So finally they called in this consultant, and the guy comes in, he looks at the news clip and all the peer reviewed research, and he said, your hands are on something so significant. In marketing, we call this a disruptor. Just like Uber and Lyft disrupted taxis, just like digital photography disrupted the whole film camera industry right now, Airbnb is totally disrupting the hotel industry in the middle of this quarantine. I mean, this is what happens. And there's a lot of people that take supplements. There's supplements lining a lot of stores. And this consultant saw this. He had a vision. He said, what you have to do is you've got to tell a story, because people have never heard of this before. You've got to tell this story. And then in order to do that, no one in the store is going to be able to explain it. So take it out of the stores, put it in the hands of entrepreneurs. And he said, what you want to do is you want to have a system for telling the story that anyone could do. Anyone could do that system. It should be simple enough that someone who's never been in business or someone who's been in business for a long time could do the same thing. He said, you want to leverage the number one driver for any consumer making a decision. It doesn't matter what kind of business owner you are, whether you're a doctor and you own your own practice, whether you're a personal trainer or you open up a restaurant. You are hoping and praying that your patients, your clients, your constituents are going to have your customer is going to have a great experience. And then what are they going to do? They're going to tell someone else who tells someone else. Referrals. That's what this consultant said. He's like, you've got to tell the story and word's going to get around. So he said, switch the platform, take it out of the stores, put it in the hands of entrepreneurs. And you know what happened? Where we were stuck at 3 million in the stores, sales the first year we switched the platform to network marketing went to from 3 million to 11 million, 39 million the next year, 126.2 million the third year, and the company's stock started trading on the NASDAQ. Now we're over 200 million, approaching a quarter of a billion, and nobody knows about this yet. This is still a huge secret, which makes it a really exciting opportunity. So I want to run through just a few components that you'd want to consider when you're evaluating any business opportunity. The first is the company itself. I love that Lifevantage is a publicly traded company. We rang the closing bell on Wall Street this year in 2020 for Wellness Week. It was very exciting. We were highlighted as one of the top wellness companies out there in the United States. And LFVN, it's the ticker symbol. The complete transparency, you can see everything, and I love that because I have some trust issues. I'll be honest, I just like to see it all. It's nothing going on behind closed doors. Everything is out there. We are also working with a lot of very experienced leadership here in Lifevantage who have background in the network marketing industry, and the mission is something that caught my attention. What I can tell you is that people here are looking to make a difference. They want to help make people better, and in doing so, to make the world a better place. It was something that I saw 8 years ago, is that there was a heart, there was a community here that was very authentic, where it was fun and people were being successful. And that was, felt like I found my brothers and my sisters. It was something that was different than I had ever seen before in this industry. And by the way, we're not just doing business in the United States. We've expanded into many, many other countries. And that becomes significant because we have a very collaborative environment. Everybody wants to help everybody. And the larger we all grow globally, the more people's lives we change and the more money we make. So it's a lot of fun. Now let's just talk about trends for a second, because you want to be playing in a business where the trends are expanding. Health and wellness, huge. Anti-aging, absolutely huge. I don't know many people that want to age faster, right? People want to slow that aging process down, and we're doing it at a cellular level, inside and outside of the body. Okay, how about financial instability? You think there are a few people out there that want to create multiple streams of income? There really are, and they're looking to do it from their home. So we have a possible solution to a lot of prayers that are happening. You know, it may or may not be for you, but for a lot of people, they're looking for answers, and we have something that could be a possible solution. So let's talk about our products, because we have evolved into 6 different product categories. But before I go into the specific products, I just want to say overall, all of our products are based on science. I love that, because you don't just have a lot of anecdotal stories. We've got unique products that are consumable. And that's important, because when you have a business where your products are not consumable, that drives you to sales. Because, for example, you could value really clean water, and water filters could be fabulous, but you don't need a new water filter every month. People keep breathing air. They want to keep activating their body. They want to keep that oxidative stress down. So they order month after month after month. And it means that you don't have to have that constant pressure of going and finding more customers, more people, right? It's just, for me, I love that the sharing can really come from my heart, can be organic, and I do feel a moral obligation to share these breakthroughs with people, because they really don't know about this. We're pioneering something that is a very, very, not very new, like we have to wonder like if it's that new. No, but it's something that is exciting to share. We're first to market. I remember when I was in corporate America, and I was helping to launch the cell phone industry. And when I was doing that, it was really fun, because people had no idea we could build a phone in a briefcase, or they could put a phone in their car. And that's kind of how I feel about what we have our hands on right here with nutrigenomics. We're like doing something so unique. It's a lot of fun, and our products are the highest quality. We even have BSCG approval, which is the Banned Substance Control Group. Olympic athletes are cleared to take our products, so that's cool. I'm going to try to share my screen again with you again and walk you through each of our products very briefly. So we're playing in a lot of different markets here that equal $600 billion. So I told you a lot about the first Pro Tandem. Sorry about this. For those of you who may be kind of surprised to see these slides, I had a little technical issue. But we had a little a little talk about this Protandim Nerve too. It's a big deal. You know, our bodies are divine. Our body is always going towards a state of healing. We don't have to do anything if we get a little cut to create a scab, right? Our circulatory system, our immune system, our respiratory system, every part of our body knows what to do. But if you're under attack, it's not going to function the same. When you flip the switch on your NRF2 pathway and your body starts making its own antioxidant enzymes, it's like you're fighting off the bad guys, right? There's free radicals. So your body's just more empowered to do what it does naturally. And here you can see the 5 plants along the bottom. It's not about the ingredients with this activation. Usually we're very conditioned to picking up a supplement and saying, what's in it? And then we look to see what's in there because we know, okay, turmeric's got anti-inflammatory properties, something like that. That's not the cool thing. It's about the synergy of the ingredients to the exact right recipe that creates this amazing activation in our body. And by the way, you don't feel your oxidative stress come up or down. So it's kind of like your cholesterol, but it does, right? So you want to give, preferably, you want to stay on these activators for a minimum of 90 days, but preferably 1 month for every decade you've been alive. You want to give your body time to get that oxidative stress coming down, okay? Here's another activator, Protandim NRF1. This was our second one, and it activates our mitochondria. That's like the powerhouse of our cell, right? And it's like when you do this, it's it's just empowering. It's the ultimate empowerment tool for yourselves because you need to have energy. And anything we want to do in life, we can know how to do what we're supposed to do. But if we don't have the energy, it's not going to get done. So the NRF1 activator and the NRF2 activator work together. And that wasn't enough. We were really looking to address the anti-aging issue, to slow it down. And we know we can do that by increasing sirtuins, this protein in the body. Now, most of the time, scientists have known that to increase sirtuin proteins in the body, we want to do dramatic caloric reduction. That doesn't sound like fun, right? Like taking your calories down to under 600 calories a day. Long term, that's not a really great solution. So what I can tell you is that like Lifevantage knows that when this sirtuin protein is present, there's also a molecule called NAD there as well. We found a way to flip the switch and activate NAD through nutrition, which would in turn enhance sirtuins. And there's a lot of benefits for your health, for your cardiovascular system, for your mood. You feel motivated. A lot of things happen when you activate your NAD, and something happened inside of us that we didn't expect when we had this third Protandim NAD synergizer introduced. When we introduced it to the other two, there was a synergistic effect that happened, all 3 of them, what we now call the tri-synergizer. By the way, we have 7 US patents and multiple international patents on Protandim. We're protected for close to 20 years. And with this synergy, with all 3 together, it increased the efficacy of the first 2 Protandim over 100%. So it's like a booster to the Protandim. You get even better experiences when you're using all 3 together. Now, we have a couple other unique nutritional products. One of them is very good for your cellular wall. That is an omega, the 3, the 7. It also has vitamin D in it. It's so pristine. We can literally trace the fish from the boat to the bottle on the bottle of the, I love it so much. I bite down on the omega and suck it out. There's no fish burps. It's amazing. It's great for your brain. It's great for your cardiovascular system. It's great for your cellular wall. Ours is so unique. We also want to target gut health because we know like close to 80% of our immune system is located in our gut. If our gut's not healthy, it really affects our mood. It affects so much in our life. It's like our gut is like our second brain. So we have a lot of people in the world that take probiotics today that never even get where they need to go. We wanted to address that. So Lifevantage took an immune booster called WellImmune, a patented formula, coupled it with good bacteria, that healthy bacteria. Then we triple wrapped it in a biotrack coating so it could survive the stomach acid. Most of the time, probiotics are killed off by the stomach acid, but ours can survive, and then it gets time released through the intestine. So we have a powerful experience that we want to celebrate. It's good. Then we have nourishment. We have fertilizer, a prebiotic for the probiotic, which can also help with cravings, can also support bowel regularity. It's a good thing as well. Now, we want to manage weight. in a healthy way. Sometimes it's the gut that we need to address. So with the prebiotic, the probiotic, also we have a protein that you can use, make yummy shakes, great low calorie way to get protein into you, curb your appetite, and a fat burner, citrus based, that targets that visceral fat, that fat around the middle and the fat around the organs that's really, really unhealthy, but in a citrus natural way. Now, we wanted to activate the brain because a lot of people are going through their life and they're just not feeling too focused or happy right now. And what we found, everything we do is based on science. When we activated the brain with this drink called Axio, and we have caffeinated, which is caffeinated with green tea, same amount of caffeine as what would be in a cup of coffee, but you don't get the jitteries. And then we also have decaf, multiple flavors of each. What we found is that when you drink Axi, you feel an uplift in your mood. You can focus and cognitive function increases, and it's cumulative over time. So you think there's a few people that want to execute a little better? I call it my executive functioning brain drink. It's so good and it tastes amazing. All right, now I told you about the LSU study. We've taken this Nerve2 technology onto the skin. 87% of subjects in our studies that were using the True Science regimen on their face, it's a 4-part regimen, reported that they visibly looked younger in just 4 weeks. So that's exciting. It's amazing. I don't even want to stop washing my face with the cleanser. It's so good. And the anti-aging cream, the eye cream, you can even put on your lid. We then brought it up into the hair and the scalp. So we have a True Science hair care system that's meant to be used together: a shampoo, a conditioner, serum. Now, I can tell you, when you activate your scalp and you've got active follicles, you see like an increase in the appearance and fullness of the hair. And I don't even know how to. I'm going to show you a few pictures here, before on the left and on the right after. This is my friend's husband and my son's hairdresser. All I can tell you is our products are clean and they work. They absolutely work. Our skin's the largest organ. Anything you put on your skin's going to go through. But in an app called Think Dirty, you can plug in True Science and you're going to see that ours are all rated 0s, 1s, and 2s clean. 10 is toxic. Nothing that you want to be putting on your body. So I love that the products work and they're all clean. We also know people were giving Protandim to their dogs, and we did the research with canines and developed a specific NRF2 activator for them that's flavored. It tastes like a treat. And if you're not careful, your dog will eat through the bottle. It tastes so good. But you're supporting your pup, your family member. I got to tell you, they struggle with the same health conditions that we do, the same breakdowns in their body. They're mammals, and they don't even live as long. They have more oxidative stress than we do, especially when they're puppies. It's accelerated as a puppy. So it's really important to start activating your dog as soon as you can. I know I have a puppy. I'm praying that she's quiet right now while I continue to talk to you. But Pet Tandem, definitely the way to go. So let me stop the share here. And I just want to talk a minute about a few other things. One being the timing. There's so many great products that come to market that you could be in business, pioneering. But when it's yesterday's news, like pagers, or I don't know, there's so many examples of things. Crocs shoes, right? We all know what Crocs shoes was. At some point, you find out about it, but at the beginning, you don't know. Like, I'm talking to you through an Apple computer. There was a time when Steve Jobs was in the garage and we had no idea anything that Apple computers even existed. When would you have wanted to invest in a company like Apple Computers? Lifevantage is in the garage. It's like we are so early to the ball game here, but not so early that we have to question whether or not Lifevantage is going to pay commissions or survive as a company. That's not even happening, but we have yet to go into full momentum. When a company, there's a time when when word gets around, people start talking, when enough people, when you hit that critical mass point, the company goes into momentum. And that's when everybody's talking about it. And I just kept thinking, when I was taking a look at this business, even 8 years ago, I was thinking, wow, people are going to activate their body. They're not just going to keep just taking supplements once they understand nutrition can activate their genes. People are going to be looking for activators. And I was just thinking, well, they're going to find out about it from someone. Why not me? Right? Why not you? If this is resonating with you, be thinking about that, because we are early. We're looking for consumers of the product, And we're looking for consumers that want to open up their heart and open up their mouth and to share with other people, help us to pioneer this. And we get paid for it multiple ways, not just one way, 6 different ways. Some of those ways are linear, meaning you do X, you get paid Y. How most of us mostly make money, where we're trading patients for dollars or clients for dollars or houses or whatever for dollars, right? Where it's very linear. We earn an average of 40% every time we expand the network with a new customer or business partner, but we also make leveraged income. We're working with other people and helping them to also pioneer these breakthroughs. And everyone's kind of 80% of us are working part-time in the nooks and crannies of our life. And some of us, like me, I'm working more full-time. But there's commission that you earn month after month after month as your consumer base continues to purchase the product forever, and that goes down 9 levels deep. We also are compensated to help our business partners to launch and retain their consumer base as well. So we had generational check match. And once you get into the leadership ranks, which I'm going to show you the real money here in a second, you earn something called global profit sharing. I love that. It's like 4% of the company's profits all over the world are put into this pool, and you can capitalize on the growth of the whole company. It creates a very collaborative culture. And in some network marketing companies, I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but in some companies it's kind of like, oh, you're not on my team, or I don't work with you. You don't get that in Lifevantage. We're the Lifevantage family, and I personally love that, because everybody wants to help everybody. So let me just show you the real numbers here when it comes to money. You probably can see it, and I'm trying to look. There we go. Here's the total commissions that are sent out in the US. And I'm going to show you here. I'm going to make it a little smaller so I can show you that there are over 10 different distributor ranks in the business. Here you can see the way you move up in rank is based on the total amount of products being purchased in your network from business distributors, and also from consumers of the product. Everybody kind of rolls up to you and you move up in rank. This is a distribution that shows you to which ranks are those dollars flowing. You can see it's not just the people at the top making money. There's a lot of people in these middle ranks that are making commission. And let me just make it a little closer so you can see better. This is the average monthly commission at each given level. So even at this Pro 3 rank, where you're earning an extra $626 a month, and we are publicly traded, so these numbers are audited by outside company. They're real numbers. That $600 could be very significant in someone's life. In fact, it would keep over 80% of the bankruptcies from occurring today that's happening. It's very significant. It could mean groceries. It could mean, more than gas. Could be in a fancy car payment. Who knows what it could be, but it's significant. Now, I just want to tell you a little bit about what happened for me. As I mentioned, my background was corporate America. I married a guy who was an amazing provider. I never really thought I'd have to worry about money. I started having children and decided I really wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be with them. And I had another business which I was building. But I got to tell you, it was network marketing. Not all network marketing companies are created equal. They are as unique as a thumbprint. So if anyone says, "Oh, that's one of those things," they don't clump network marketing companies together. They are very unique, because although I was building my business, what I did to grow my business, and I built it to the second top of another company, it was something that a lot of other people couldn't do. In Lifevantage, we have a very simple system that we have an app. You can literally build your business from your phone. It tells you like the next right thing to do, the next right thing to do. You input your goals and where you want to go, because we're all really different. Anyway, bottom line is my husband and I experienced a financial loss. I left corporate America. I just didn't want to have to ask off for work to go on a vacation. I didn't want to leave my beach chair to go back to work. I wanted to be with my kids. And although I had this other business, which was really good, when we lost this money, it was very dramatic, the loss. I was trying to figure out how I was going to put food on the table, how I was going to keep our kids in private school. And that's about when Lifevantage came across my plate. And what I saw was, this was a biotech company. This company should have never been network marketing. I saw the science that was there at the National Institute of Health, the Library of Medicine. I saw the community, the heart, the authenticity. I saw this compensation plan that was so generous, that drove the right behavior, and just so many things that I saw. And I can just tell you that today I'm a pro 9 in the business. I have a pro 10 that's my business partner that I enrolled. So it's not like just the people at the top make money, right? It's like I went to some of the sharpest people I know and said I stumbled across an amazing business opportunity, very excited about it, and I'm lining up partners to build it. Wondered if you'd be open to taking a look at doing something with me. And they're like, yeah, what do you got? And so I shared a, little overview with them, and some of them decided like they wanted to partner up with me. I then helped them learn this simple system of sharing. Um, Today it's turned into over 50,000 people in my network. Now, I didn't know that many people, but I helped a few people that wanted something. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're in a position where there are choices in your life, things that you desire that you can't do today, or that you dream about, that maybe you took those dreams and you kind of put them aside like I did. I don't know. But I can tell you that this isn't a get rich quick thing. And this is a real business. Like, you're going to work depending on the level that you want to be, right? But because we're all working together as a collaborative energy, teamwork, it's an amazing experience. It's a personal growth journey that you go on. The hardest part about being in this business is really about what's in here. It's the fears that come up, the fear of success, the fear of failure, the feelings of worthiness. But I want you to know that your dreams and what's in your heart is important. And if this is resonating with you, I hope that you'll get back to the person who invited you here to explore more details and to learn more about, anything you want to know more about. At this point, I want to wrap it up and say you are falling into one of three categories. Category one would be like to learn a little bit more. Just know if you go to the internet, lots of bloggers and advertisers do keyword search optimization. So if you type in Lifevantage or Protandem, you're going to see these bloggers. They have different unique website names. Well, every time you click, you raise their Google ranking, and they get paid per click from Google. So avoid them. I'm giving you a big tip right now. When you research anything online, go to Google Scholar, scholar.google.com. It filters out the bloggers and advertisers and gets you right to the facts. YouTube, there's a lot on YouTube. Type in Protandem dogs, Protandem horses, great things. Also, a lot of the distributors in our Lifevantage have their own closed Facebook product education groups where you can go and learn more about the products. Our websites are fabulous. So make sure you talk to the person who invited you here, or if you're listening to this recording, and get the unique website link for the distributor who is sharing this opportunity, this income opportunity with you. Category two would be you are pretty clear that you'd like to start activating your body and your family's body right now. Good news is you can purchase the product for the exact same price that a distributor purchases the product. You don't have to become a distributor to get the same discount. You just go on a subscription, which is completely flexible. You can cancel at any time. You can change what you get at any time. And we have a friends and family program. So you're having a great experience, say drinking your Axio, which I am drinking in my Axio right now. If you're having a great experience and you want to share with someone else, we allow you to give them a discount code, and that in turn will get you credits towards your next month's order. So make sure to ask about the friends and family program, and know that might be a good way for you to start. Now, if you're looking to generate income for helping us pioneer these breakthroughs and expand the network, let's look at business opportunity. We have three different ways that you can come in: the platinum, the gold, or silver packs. And what this is, you buy a distributor kit with a product package. Platinum is the highest level investment, and the company knows that you are going all in, because with platinum, it's $1,250, but you literally get every product. You get everything. Personally, I love that because I wanted to feel authentic. I wanted to know that I had that experience of using everything myself. I had it all to display. The platinum pack, it's so gorgeous the way it comes. The packs are almost like it's shelves of the products, so you can display them like a picture frame. marketing, whether you're doing a Zoom like this or you're in a setting where you'd want to kind of have them on display. They're beautiful. It's gorgeous. So I will just say platinum is the way to go. You also get a ticket to our next whole company event where you're going to learn from the most successful leaders in the company how to build this business. As I said, we're very collaborative. Everybody wants to share. Everybody wants to help you succeed. Um, and you'll go on a lead rotation list at Platinum. So when Lifevantage has customers and business partners who come into the company without an assigned distributor, you may be assigned them by going into our app, downloading the app, and utilizing it to grow your business. Okay, gold is another thing. Another way to come in. You don't get all the products, but it's a good amount of product. And you also get a ticket to the whole company event. Just know gold and platinum are great ways to start the business if you want to build a network. People are going to tend to ask you how you came into the business, and they'll generally follow you. If you say, you know, I wanted to go all in, I wanted to have that personal experience, they're going to say, I do too. And you'll go bigger and faster with that. The nice thing is we don't have to stock product. We don't have to deliver it. You're going to get your own website. Lifevantage takes care of constantly updating our website, giving us social media, social sharing tools if we want. They're handling the raw materials procurement, they're handling the commission, they're handling the legal, they're handling the marketing. I mean, do you know how expensive it is to, as a business owner, to build an app, to do this kind of marketing? They handle everything. All we're doing is using the products ourselves, of course, being a product of the product, and hanging out with our friends, being in relationship. They're using the product and they're sharing with their amazing associates and friends. And it's like, it's a love fest, I'll tell you. It's really, it's a lot of fun. Then we also have a silver pack, which is $350. It doesn't give you a lot of product, but it's a perfect pack if you're thinking, I want to act more like a customer, but when I'm sharing, I want to get paid for sharing. So that might be a great place for you to come in, start taking the products, and maybe, you know, over time, introduce yourself to other things as well. So I want to wrap this up and just say thank you so much for being here and exploring this opportunity with me tonight. I feel very blessed to have had Lifevantage come into my life and to get to know the people that I have gotten to know through this company. And I hope that one day I will get to know you too. And you'll get back to the person who invited you here. Let's explore more and have a wonderful night. Be safe, and blessings to all of you. Sending lots of love.